One of the pushbacks that I've heard him receive, whether in the news stations or just from other Christians writing about the reopening of Grace, because this has made national news that Grace is reopened against the mandates, the orders of California Governor Gavin Newsom. And still don't know how that's going to kind of shake out. I know there have been threats of fines and arrests and so forth. We'll get into that in a little bit. How do you respond to the notion of Christians out there who will say, well, what's the point of this? If you're risking people's health, we can do church online nowadays. People can just watch church from home. And the question is watching church from your home with your family still church, Phil?
No, it isn't. And in fact, again, back to Hebrews 10:25, it talks about the gathering of yourselves together for the purpose of mutual encouragement and praise and worship. Congregational worship has been essential to the people of God all the way back into the Old Testament. And to give that up and have everybody meet separately, or not meet, but stay separately in their homes and watch a sermon online, that's not a substitute for the church. It might have worked as a temporary substitute during a normal quarantine, but when the government is talking about keeping the church shut down for the better part of a year, it seems to me the natural thing for a Christian who really loves the Lord and understands the necessity of our fellowship and the role that the church is designed to have. I don't see how any Christian can sit by passively and say, well, it's okay, we can live with this. The other pushback we get, David, is from people who say, well, fine, meet, but just obey all of the restrictions that have put in place. I'm writing a blog post right now that should be on my blog pretty soon, answering pretty extensively why that's a problem for us, why you can't do that. We've got this massive tent in the middle of our parking lot, and people look at that and say, well, you guys could just meet out there. The truth is, if you set up the chairs so that everything is properly socially distanced, so that nobody is closer than 6 feet from anyone else or anyone outside their family, you could at most fit 400 to 450 people in there. That's not even a tenth of our congregation. So we can't do that. It changes the way we do church. And when the governor is saying, no, you shouldn't even sing and everybody should be masked, he's changing the way we worship. He's changing the worship service in a way that it really isn't Caesar's role to dictate. It isn't the governor of California's right to restrict us from our worship or tell us how we ought to worship. That is built into the very first sentence of the Bill of Rights.